Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Back to School. Today's topic is about the phylum Arthropoda. Arthropoda is the largest phylum in the animal kingdom. It accounts for 80% of the animal species in the world. It is cosmopolitan in distribution, that is, it can be seen everywhere. The term arthropoda, here arthros means jointed, podas means feet, was coined by von Siebold. All the animals included under this phylum have jointed appendages. Here in this picture you can observe the honeybees. Think whether the honeybees are good or bad. They are good when they pollinate and produce honey, but bad when they sting. Termites, whether they are good or bad. They are bad when they eat the wood in your house, but good when they break down dead and fallen trees. Here in this picture you can observe the phylum Arthropoda characteristics. They are invertebrates. They have exoskeleton. They have segmented body. They have jointed appendages. They show bilateral symmetry. They have open circulatory system. They have one-way digestive system. They most reproduce sexually. Phylum Arthropoda. Arthros means joint and podas means foot. It is the largest phylum of animal kingdom, which constitute about 83% of all known species of animals. Arthropods inhabit in all ecosystems. Body is bilaterally symmetrical, triploblastic. They show head, neck and trunk, and metamerically segmented. They have jointed appendages, usually one pair to a somite and with varied functions as jaws, gills and legs. All have hard cuticle exoskeleton which is composed of proteins and chitin. It is shed at intervals called ecdysis or molting for growth and development. Body is divisible into head, thorax and abdomen. Head and thorax often fuse to form a cephalothorax. True coelom is reduced and largely replaced by a blood-filled hemocoel. Digestive system complete with mouth and anus. Mouth parts adapted for various modes of feeding. Respiration by general body surface or by gills or tracheae or book lungs. Sensory organs comprises of eyes, both the simple and compound eyes. They have chemo and tactile receptors and balancing and auditory organs. Sexes are dioecious, that is, both male and female are separate. Fertilization usually internal, oviparous or ovoviviparous. Classification. Class Insecta includes the insects with 6 legs. Class Arachnidae includes the spiders with 8 legs. Class Crustacea includes the crabs, etc. General characteristics: bilateral symmetry, protostomes, coelomates, jointed appendages, exoskeleton of chitin, all must molt. All exhibit a form of metamorphosis. Locomotion is by way of jointed appendages, shows complex muscular system. All have three main body sections, a head, a thorax and an abdomen. Here in this picture you can clearly observe the head, thorax and abdomen. They have a front wing and a hind wing. So here the first body region is the head. Insect heads can be highly variable, but most possess eyes, antennae and mouth parts. Here in this picture clearly given the antennae of different insects such as beetle, ant, termite, butterfly, fly and June beetle. Antennae are used by insects as major sensory devices, especially for smell, and can be adaptive for the insect in many ways. The examples of mouth parts. Insect mouth parts are also highly modified for the insect. Chewing, biting or sucking are a few examples. Mouth parts of an immature insect may differ from those of the same insect in its adult stage. The middle body region is called the thorax and is composed of three fused segments. All legs and wings are located on the thorax. Circulation is open circulatory system. Simple, one-chambered heart pumps blood through vessels into sinuses and into the tissues. Blood returns to the heart through valved openings. Open blood system can be seen. The circulatory system is not composed of a central heart, veins and arteries which circulate blood cells and transport oxygen. The insect circulatory system is a simple tube known as heart down the back, which is open at both ends and slowly purges body fluids and nutrients from the rear of the insect to the head. Digestive system is a tube that opens at the mouth and empties at the tail end of the insect. It is divided into three parts called the foregut, midgut and hindgut. In some insects such as the honeybee, the foregut acts as a crop to carry or hold liquids which can be regurgitated later. Respiration. Some arthropods exchange gases through their body surface. Some arthropods exchange gases through trachea known as air ducts. Some by way of book lungs. Some exchange gases through book gills. The respiratory system is composed of air sacs and tubes called tracheae. Air enters the tubes through a series of openings called spiracles found along the sides of the body. The largest spiracles are usually found on the thorax, where greater musculature from wings and legs require more oxygen. There are no spiracles on the head. Excretion in insects. Nitrogenous wastes are expelled as uric acid crystals, mineral salts, and uric acid accumulates in the Malpighian tubules and then transported to the intestines to be expelled through the anus. Nervous system. Insects have a less centralized nervous system than humans. The nerve cord runs along the ventral or bottom of an insect. The brain is divided into two main parts. The largest lobes control important areas such as the eyes, antennae, and mouth parts. Other major concentration of the nerve bundles called ganglia occur along the nerve cord and usually control those body functions close to it. Reproduction. Most are separate sexes. Fertilization is internal, generally sexual, although some can reproduce parthenogenically. Reproduction without fertilization is the parthenogenesis. Sex determination can be altered by a number of things. Some arthropods develop through incomplete metamorphosis, some through complete metamorphosis. Incomplete metamorphosis, immature forms are often called nymphs. Nymphs resemble the adult in form except for being smaller and lacking fully developed wings and sexual organs. The life cycle. Here in this picture, the changing of the egg to nymph to adult can be seen. This is incomplete metamorphosis. Whereas complete metamorphosis, the immature forms are called larva. The pupal stage is a transition stage when the larva is transformed to the adult. Pupa molds to the adult form. In this picture, the life cycle is complete with egg, larva, pupa and adult. The four stages. Egg turns to larva, larva to pupa and pupa to adult. Importance to environment. The arthropods helpful in pollination. They act as food for other animals. Some even help keep the arthropod population in check. Please subscribe to my channel.